1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 23 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Beautiful Tuesday here in Ocala, Florida. As I've been mentioning all morning long, we are living in paradise right now compared to the rest of the country, going through a freeze. And if you want something to warm you up, I've got a book right here that is definitely hot. I've got a couple of hot books here. They are written by our next guest, Ephraime. She is on the phone. She's goes by two names, actually. The name I just said is her romance novelist pen name, and Julia Antoine. Is it Julia Antoine, right?
Yes.
Julia Antoine is the name she uses for her children's books, which is kind of very cool. She writes books to get us going and then writes books for the children that are a result of getting us going. That's my little joke right there. Ephraime, a best-selling romance novelist, author of children's books as well, and writer and publisher of a working curriculum for a career school. Wow, she's got a busy schedule. Good morning, Ju. How you doing?
Hello?
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, a lot of feedback, but I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry about the feedback. You sound fine on our end. So tell me, what occupies more of your time, the adult fiction, the romance novels, or the children's books?
I'm going to say the romance novels. They're a little more time consuming because you have to put a bit more research into it.
Oh, really? You put research?
You have to.
Okay.
You need that research.
So now, Robin and I read the books. Did they get you as hot to write as they did for us to read?
My God, I can't hear a thing. It's a lot of feedback on this phone.
Oh, really? Where are you? Drew, where are you calling from?
Excuse me?
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from my home. I don't know why there's so much feedback on this phone. I can't hear a thing you're saying. Maybe I should try a different phone. I do have another phone here.
You can try that. What city are you in?
I'm in Hamden, Connecticut.
Oh, in Connecticut. Okay, so you're not that far away. If I just talk quieter, does it help?
I heard that part of your question, but.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we only have a little bit of time. That's why I'm thinking maybe we better just stick with this phone call. So tell me about the writing process. When you're writing for adults, do you have the same reaction to what you're writing as we do to what you've written when we read it?
Oh, quite a bit. A lot of the times I do.
Really?
Yeah. And in character, especially if you're writing a romance novel, to make it a little more authentic. And, it has to be true to life. I don't write about wolves and vampires.
Right. So do you have a man around? So just in case you need to put the fire out?
I like the fact that in your romance novels in this series that you're bringing back the man, and it's all about him, and you don't have a woman that you're bringing back, which is usually how romance writers write, and I really like that perspective.
I'm so sorry. I did not hear a thing you said.
Can't hear it. Okay, I don't know what to do about this. You can call back if you want. Are you on a cell phone?
Yeah, let me try on my cell to see if it's going to be better.
Okay, all right. We'll wait for you to call back.
Yeah, because I can't answer the questions if I can't hear it.
Right. No, I know. I don't understand why that happens. Okay, Ju, we'll wait for you to call back, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. We will. I'm not going to go to a break unless she really takes a long time to call back. So we'll just wait for her to call back, and we'll continue the conversation. Just for those who are interested, she writes romance novels. They're very hot.
They're hot books. They're hot books.
Very hot. You know what we can do while we're waiting? We can give them away. Right? Because we'll have them for the interview. She'll be calling in just a second.
Right.
So I've got two books. One is called Against All Odds. The other one is called Temptation to Sin. They are both romance novels, both written by Ephraime. J-U, by the way, is how she spells her first name. Against All Odds is the sequel to Temptation to Sin. Okay. So in case. So you got to read Temptation to Sin first. And then Against All Odds. That's right. All right. So, and then she's got children's books as well. All right. Let me see if I have her on the phone right now. Ju, is that you?
Yeah, this is me. That is so much better.
Oh, you sound great.
It's better on our end, too. Okay. So let's try to start over a bit. What I was asking is, when we read the book, it's kind of a hot book. It's kind of an arousing. Well, both of them are. Are you as aroused as a writer? And it sounds like you said yes, right?
I did. I did.
Okay, so what do you do? I mean, do you just write a few pages and then take a break?
Well, if it gets too hard for me, I will leave the book for a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah, I will. I leave it for a little bit. It gets too hard. I have to leave it a little bit and get my mind, kind of clear my head a little.
Okay.
And then I have to get back into it. You either do something about it. If I can at the time, I do something about it. Otherwise, I just leave it and I move on.
All right. Now, and the children's books, I'm guessing that's a whole different story. Are you the illustrator of the children's books, or do I have the wrong idea here?
I do illustrate some of the books, but the ones that are not illustrated I have the illustrator's name on it. So some of the books I used to use some high school kids in the area, so I gave them something to do because I believe in kind of helping kids. And if I have a Spanish book, I use a Spanish kid to do it. So I kind of spread it around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So when you write an adult romance novel in English, do you then translate it into Spanish, or are the Spanish books totally different stories?
I have not transferred any of my romance novels to any other language but English, but only the children's books. That's only.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy the fact that you have a male hero in your books that you brought back after the first one. Sometimes authors will focus the romance novels around a woman, but you focused it around a man, and I really like that aspect of it.
Oh yeah, because I love strong male, the strong male figure. I actually love alpha male. I mean, I'm with them all the way.
Yes,
you're with an alpha male all the way. Yeah.
That's
I love
good
to hear.
Women too. Yeah.
I like the how the reader is a voyeur during your book, though. That's really
nice. Oh yeah. Which are you referring to? State of Ecstasy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've got. What was the question?
Yeah, she asked me what book I was referring to.
Ecstasy?
Yeah, which book were you referring to?
Yeah.
Temptation to Sin?
That one, but specifically Against All Odds, because that's the book we're promoting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Against All Odds. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
You're definitely a writer who keeps the theme going. I mean, the book stays well written all the way through the whole book. So that's something we've noticed too. Sometimes you'll have a writer who's on a good trail in the beginning. The writing is good in the beginning, and suddenly starts to slump, but yours keeps going the whole way.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I try.
You can't open up this book without finding one page. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. I try, because I try to put myself, you kind of, because I'm a real avid, I love reading. If I had to pick one thing that I could do until I depart this world, it would be reading. I love reading even more than writing. So I'm more a reader than a writer. But then, it kind of naturally evolved into writing. If you read a lot, like I've been reading since I was a child, so this is like second nature to me now.
But the book is not all about sex, though. You do have a huge story that takes place in Against All Odds, and Jaden has to deal with the fact that his woman that he's so in love with left him, and now he's got to find his own way with a different kind of a life.
So
I love a storyline in the back, because I don't like erotica much as I write the hot scenes. I love to have a storyline. So if you remove the sex from the story, there's still a story.
There's still a story, yeah.
Stands alone.
So let me just read one. I'm going to read one paragraph. This is from Against All Odds, written by Ephraime, and this is the paragraph I chose. The scent of a roused female hit him hard, and his nostrils flared as he took a deep breath. Finally, he brought his eyes back up to her face. In her mouth, she had the biggest, juiciest looking strawberry he had ever seen. He couldn't help thinking, thank God I'm not allergic to strawberries. Oh, man. Okay.
I'm not looking under the table.
Well, the fun part is the paragraph before that, actually. I'll let you read the paragraph before that.
So I'm not looking.
All right, I have the two books here. I'd like to give them away, and Drew Ephraime, we need to find out from you how to get the books. So if I have a listener who would like the two that Drew sent us, you are welcome to them. Call me. And Drew, do you have a website?
I do. It's actually my first and last name, JuliaEAntoine.com. That's it. JuliaEAntoine.com. And fun interview. I kind of wish the phone problem didn't happen, but I think all's well that ends well. Okay.
Julia, thank you so much for being on the air with us today, and stay warm up in Connecticut.
I know, you too. Thank you.
All right. We'll take a little break and we'll be right back.
You're listening to WOCA News Talk 1370, Ocala's source for what's happening in today's hottest, up-to-date news and topics.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Fredericks Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Fredericks Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Fredericks Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Fredericks Appliance.
News Talk 1370, WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults, so use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000, 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370, WOCA.
Hey, I'm Gary.
And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Here are today's headlines from the source WOCA. Florida Blue has signed an agreement with Orlando Health Incorporated to form a healthcare organization in the state of Florida designed to increase quality and decrease costs, according to a report in the Orlando Business Journal. The deal was penned between Florida Blue and Orlando Health Physician Partners, which is a subsidiary of Orlando Health. The agreement is to form a commercial version of an accountable care organization, which is similar to an HMO plan. The release stated that starting on January 1st, the Accountable Care Program will utilize a value-based compensation structure and serve as another example of Florida Blue's payment innovation efforts being deployed in the state. Pat Garrity, the chairman and CEO of Florida Blue, referred to Orlando Health as an enlightened organization, defined as an organization that realizes the importance of moving away from a fee-for-service model to one that seeks to eliminate the fragmentation of care and reduces the cost burden for all stakeholders. The two groups are expected to formally make their announcement today. George Zimmerman asked the judge yesterday to change the terms of his bond so he can have contact with the girlfriend he's accused of assaulting. Zimmerman filed an affidavit from his girlfriend that says she does not want him charged with aggravated assault, battery, and criminal mischief. In the signed affidavit, Samantha Scheib, referring to Zimmerman as my boyfriend, said that detectives misinterpreted what she said and that she hasn't been coerced into the request. Zimmerman was arrested last month after Scheib accused him in a call to 911 of pointing a gun at her, smashing a coffee table, and pushing her outside. Zimmerman also called dispatchers, denied pointing a gun at her, and blamed her for the broken table. Prosecutors could continue with the case despite Scheib's request. An angry father grieving over the death of his son in a drunken driving incident followed the man accused of causing the crash into the courthouse bathroom yesterday to dispense his own version of justice, according to the Broward County Sheriff's Office. 54-year-old John Powers emerged from the bathroom with blood dripping from his left ear, down his neck, and onto his shirt. He walked into the courtroom of Broward Circuit Judge Mark Gold and immediately reported what had happened. Deputies then arrested 56-year-old Juan Gonzalez of Davie and charged charged him with 2 counts of battery, one for allegedly striking Powers several times and knocking him to the floor, and the other for grabbing the throat of Powers' friend, Jay Israel, who was also in the bathroom. He pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 3 years probation. His son, Juan Gonzalez Jr., was killed in a June 12, 2011 accident at the intersection of State Road 7 and Orange Drive in the city of Davie. And Ocala is generally very competitive with other cities in the state of Florida. We pride ourselves on our amazing Light Up Ocala, our hugely successful Christmas parade, which, by the way, is this Saturday, and our 4th of July God and Country Day Bash. The one area that will likely never be able to compete in, though, is in the Florida's Best Boardwalk competition. So all we can do is learn about them and then plan day trips to go see them. Yesterday, the Hollywood Beach Broadwalk was in the spotlight after USA Today published the results on their survey. The Broadwalk was voted the best boardwalk in Florida by USA Today readers, trouncing the Gulf Coast's Pier 60 at Clearwater Beach. The beach-level boardwalk, built in 1926 and extensively renovated in 2008, stretches for 2.5 miles and includes bicycle lanes and a crushed shell jogging path. In addition, it recently was named one of the top 10 public spaces in America for 2013 by the American Planning Association. All of us inland cities can now stand and applaud. And those are the headlines from The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Wear it, Florida. Warm and humid this afternoon with clouds and sunshine. High 81 to 85. Cloudy and muggy with a shower or two for tonight. Low 60 to 68. Partly sunny Wednesday and Thursday. High tomorrow 80 to 84. Thursday's high 75 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Andy Robb.
Thankful for Ag. That story coming up on This Land of Ours.
Your Beef Checkoff does all kinds of things to help make sure consumers feel good about buying beef. And it's beef and dairy producers like you making decisions on how to invest your $1 per head checkoff to ensure beef makes its way to more meat cases, menus, and kitchen tables. And thanks to that careful investment, your Beef Checkoff returns more than $5.50 for every $1 invested. Get to know your checkoff and start sharing your views at mybeefcheckoff.com. Paid for by the Beef Checkoff.
Shrimp, grouper, stone crab, oysters, clams. That's just a sample of the great seafood that Florida's Gulf Coast is famous for. Fresh, wholesome seafood caught by fishing families that for generations have taken great pride in their work. No gathering is complete without delicious Florida Gulf seafood fresh from the docks. Remember, when shopping or dining out, ask for fresh from Florida seafood. That helps our state's fishermen and our local economies.
In the 1960s, one farmer supplied food for 25.8 persons in the U.S. and abroad. Today, that farmer supplies food for 144 people. That's just one of the many facts Bayer Crop Science is hoping to get across as part of their first Thankful for Ag campaign, in which they will donate 20,000 meals to families this holiday through World Food Program USA, with the goal of doubling its donation through social media support. Those who want to join in the effort are invited to visit thankfulforag.bayercropscience.com, where they will find a collection of shareable, little-known facts about the agricultural community's vital role in ensuring the world's food supply. Share one of the facts through Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest, and Bayer will donate an additional $1 equal to 4 meals to World Food Program USA. The goal is to donate 40,000 meals this holiday. Again, that website is thankful4ag.bayercropscience.com. Julie McPeak with Southeast AgNet.
Don't ever miss a single edition of the Mike Huckabee Show. We're going to have a whole lot of fun talking the big issues of the day. We'll talk to the newsmakers and the issues that made them a newsmaker, as well as we'll bring you some entertainment, some fun. You never know what's going to happen on the Mike Huckabee Show. Don't miss it.
Join Mike Huckabee every weekday from noon to 3 exclusively on WOCA The Source.
Hi, this is Joe, and I'm your host for the new show, Damage Control, every Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m., brought to you by Damage Control Services. We're going to be discussing floods, fires, storm and tree damage, sinkholes, mold, and many other disasters that you need to know about, how to prevent and prepare for them, as well as what to do when it happens and what to expect after it happens. This is Damage Control, Tuesdays at 10:30, right here on The Source.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.